Welcome, fellow mobile gaming wars. It is MyTyme here, and this is another episode of WWE Supercard. And we have our favourite network waiting. Great. Okay, we come down. I was in the King of the Ring. First game's finished. I have just energized. I forgot about it. And luckily got there in time, so we'll see if we can win that. But that's not the important part. We just want to get to the semis there. We're going to come down to the road to glory, and we're going to quickly run through the rewards, and then I'm going to show you guys a good tip of how to get the most out of road to glory while also not sacrificing your ball pools. Okay, if you're unsure what that is, this won't be a long video. I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes, but I'm going to show you just very quickly in case you've heard about it but you're just not sure what it is. Now, first of all, we have a common Kalisto followed by a uncommon Sin Cara tag team partners. Then we've got Jimmy Uso and his tag team partner Jey Uso as the super rare. Now, for the majority of you, I'm going to assume that Super Rare Plus is where the rewards start getting interesting. I can't see too many people being particularly worried about those cards below here. So once we get past the Super Rare, we have an Ultra Rare Ryback. Now, if you do look at the top, the points required are exactly the same as the previous Road to Glory. Kane, the epic card, is worth 165 points, and we go again. We have a legendary Gold Dust. Now, I do believe, I think Kane was a reward in, was he the epic in the last one, or he was an epic reward recently anyway, so he will be a pro for people. And Gold Dust as well, I have a feeling, was also a reward, but he might have been the one that I didn't get. I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure that he was at some stage in the not so distant future past. But bear in mind, still 180 points, okay? Now, in the past one, you'd be coming on to your legendary event card. Now it is your survivor card, which is Sheamus. So, you don't get the event card at this level anymore for the 195 points. It is a survivor card, Sheamus. Now, I'm going to imagine it is only Sheamus because he is the new WWE Champion. These cards would have been designed and have been released before he became WWE Champion, so maybe that's why he doesn't have a picture with a belt. Maybe it's why his stats aren't so good. I think even if he was WWE Champion, they probably wouldn't be great, but he would definitely be better. He'd have to be. I'm pretty sure they'd make him slightly better. But you're there, and now there is an extra level, 205 points to get that Survivor event Roman Reigns. Now, what does that mean? That means for all those people out there who have the top decks and could breeze through this anyway, it means an extra maybe hour or so playing the game. But for the majority of us who can't do that and don't have that luxury, then it means hell, basically. Complete and utter grind incoming. Now, I haven't been on the forum recently, so I can't tell you if Cat Dad in 2K games have decided to make these +5 matches slightly easier. In which case, if they had, then maybe you'd be able to get through your cards quicker. So, for example, if you were targeting Kane because you don't have enough time, your deck's not good enough to keep playing +1s all the way through to get the event card, if they're slightly easier, you'd be able to win more of the +5 games in the earlier card levels, and it would then give you potentially a bigger boost into Kane when the matches come a bit harder, giving you opportunity to complete the card and then maybe go for the Gold Dust. So if they've done that, if they have made your +5s a little bit easier overall, then it might help people to get to Roman Reigns. But if it's exactly the same as the last RTG, then for a lot of us, we're just screwed, to be honest with you. But let's go to the deck and let's show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so my deck is here. This is my deck. It's in Ultra Rare Plus, and my exhibition deck currently is in Legendary Plus. Now that's worth noticing because I can put my exhibition deck into Survivor tier, because if you haven't seen my video, I have taken my free Survivor pool and I got the Undertaker, so happy days there. But this deck is only an Ultra Rare Plus, and the reason that is because for the first levels, say we're going through common, uncommon, super rare, rare, the cards I'm coming up against won't be top cards, therefore all these guys and girls here will comfortably win the matches. Now, these are people that have only just started playing. So, for example, click on Randy Orton, click Improve. I've played two matches with this. So he's had one double stat match and one single stat match. You can see he's played one in power, one in toughness, and one in speed. So I'm going to use this event to train up all these cards, which I'm not currently using in my deck because I can only really train 2 cards up at once at the moment. My current exhibition deck is in Legendary Plus because I am training 2 cards up, but obviously here I can in theory train up 16 Mel cards and 4 Diva cards all in one go. So we're going to play a game very quickly and then show you the significance and importance of this. So you come down, play your +5. Now there is a bad point about this, and the bad point is I'm in the Ultra Rare Plus, as you saw from doing this, which means that my pulls at the end when I collect the rewards, the best I can get is an Ultra Rare card. However, in an exhibition deck currently at the moment, I'll be able to get a legendary card or potentially a survivor card if I put in all my best cards. So if I took my board pools now and I picked an Ultra Rare card, that would reset my board pools, which the game would register it as me picking the top card I could potentially get at the moment or the top reward, and my reward schemes would be reset. So then it would again say, if it says hypothetically, and this isn't the case, but it was every 10 times you reset roughly you would get another top tier pick, then it would set me all the way back down to number 1. And that's important because you would have spent all this time playing in your current tier, and let's say you're in legendary tier and now your Road to Glory deck is an epic tier because you don't have enough top quality divas and male superstars to keep you in legendary and Road to Glory. Then you get that epic pick, it resets it, and then you've got to start again on your legendary pick. That's very frustrating. It's happened to a number of people, it's happened to me before, and it's, well, you sit there cursing when you don't get any good pulls, and then something like that happens when you could be in a legendary tier on your exhibition and you end up with an epic pull in the Road to Glory or a ring domination or something like that. So there is a way to counter it, okay? And I'm going to show you at the end of the game. Now this is a little bit more time consuming, don't get me wrong, it's not a lot of fun, but sometimes you have to do it if you want to stop that from happening. You don't want to pick any cards off of the board during this event unless you're in exactly the same tier as your exhibition deck. And for the majority of people now that Survivor tier is out, if you're in Survivor tier, your Road to Glory deck isn't going to be a Survivor tier deck. Obviously the people with the top cards of all legendary pros, yes, yours will be, but for those people before who are in legendary tier and have got themselves into Survivor tier now, but they have like 6 or 7 legendary pros, a couple of Survivor cards, you might still be in the legendary tier, which means that you, for example, won't want to be doing your picks off of here because you will want to do them when you can potentially get another legendary card, another Survivor card, not a legendary card. And that's true for all the ways through. So we'll play these through, and the first tactic you can do 2 ways. The first tactic, which is probably what most people do, especially the people that play the game a lot, is to exit the program. So you come out of Supercard, you close it down. You don't just say, if you're on your phone, you don't just come out of the application, go to your home page and then go back in, because it will just pause the game, and as you resume the game it will ask you to unpause it and carry on playing. You have to actually close the program and reopen it so it reboots itself up, and then your picks will be stored and then you can carry on. So here I've been doing this, as you can see I've got 22 picks remaining. I'm not going to use those now, I'm going to save them, I'm going to come out of the application and start again. Now the alternative way to do it, and it's not that easy to do here because you've got quite a few picks, but you would get your total card count up to 149 for example, and then it would let you play the match. Then you just have to get your picks, and then you pick, you go, come out, you go back to your cards, you sacrifice a card, and it will give you 149 cards again, and then you can repeat the process. So the 2 ways to do it, just to reiterate, I'm going to keep it on the screen just for a moment because I can't show you otherwise I'm not near the maximum, but you would either, you get a screen like this, you now close your program down, okay, close the game, and reopen it. So it reloads, it reboots, back to the title screen, come back in, you go back into Road to Glory, and you repeat the process. I think you can only store up to about 50 picks now. It has been reduced. So you store them up, then eventually when you've got 40 or 50 saved, you go back to your sorry, trying to think what it's called. Yeah, you go back to your main page, go to your exhibition deck, play an exhibition match, and then start taking all your board picks. The alternative way is up to 149 out of the 150 maximum. So you leave yourself one space. You then go in, you play Road to Glory. It comes all the way to the end, and you're going to have obviously too many cards for your card collection. So it's not going to let you pick all your cards. Therefore, you'd only be able to pick one off the board. Then it's going to tell you you've reached your maximum. Then you just click OK. You go to your cards. You train one card away into another card. So, for example, train one of your common cards into another card. So it puts you back to 149 cards. Then you go back and repeat the process. You go back into the game, play your next match, get all your pulls. You'd have to take one pull off the board once you finish it, and then the same message will come up saying you've reached your maximum limit. No more can be gained until you make room. Click OK. The rest of all your pulls are all stored. You go back to your card catalogue. You take one of your cards you don't need. You train it away. Leave yourself with 149 cards again, and repeat the process. Now, obviously, there is a chance in this one pull each time that you could pick a card that would reset your board, which would be a top tier pick, and that would be unfortunate, but that way saves you from having to consistently close down the program and open it up. Now, both are slightly time consuming. It's up to you which you want to do. Closing it down is risk free because when you come back in, you don't have to take any picks. You know you're guaranteed not to be unlucky. If you don't want to keep closing it down because it's on your PC or you're out, or it's just you found too much of a hassle, then you can just play it and leave yourself at 149 cards. Therefore, when you finish the game, you just pick one card off the board, click OK, go and trade a card away, and then come back in and do it again. So they're the two processes which you can use. I hope this video has been helpful. I know there's not much gameplay going on. I just wanted to put it out there, see if it could help some of you guys grind through and get the rewards you want. Good luck with that. Just want to say thank you very much for all of you that do watch these videos and have subscribed. Thank you very much. It's a big help. I don't ask people to do it. It's just nice to see that people are interested in some of the videos that I do. And if you have any suggestions or you want to know anything or want any help with anything, please feel free to hit me up. If I can, I would always help. Well, I've been MyTyme. It's been a pleasure. And as ever, good luck on your Road to Glory grind, and I'll see you soon.